But now it's doing this whole thing where I hit the button and it just automatically goes live. I don't like it. I don't like it on my phone. I haven't been on my phone in a while. You guys are getting Bedhead Betty. Like, seriously. Bedhead Betty. Bedhead Betty. And Delilah's right. Oh, come here. I didn't mean to. Just saying your name. Good gracious. Good gracious. She's right here playing. You guys hear a little squeaky toy. If you're wondering why I'm this early, it's because I'm freaking awake, okay? It seems like, oh, look who it is. Mr. Mike, our resident defense attorney. Where have you been? I don't have buttons here. I want to push a button. I feel like I need to push a button for you, Mike. Big Mac Mike up in the house, giving us a little boo boo. Get her, Delilah. Get Mike. Go. See, I haven't seen you. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. You hurt Delilah's feelings, Mike. Uncle Mike doesn't love you anymore. Oh, I'm just joking. Donna, it's nice to see you. The real me. Oh, are you getting under the covers now? Okay. Well, how are you going to play with Mr. Lamb? You want Mr. Lammy? She doesn't know what to do because I actually have a table on the bed now. As you can see, I can just move the whole table. And so I got the computer right here and I got the phone right here, okay? And so this is a big, heavy box thing and she's not navigating around it and she's, still on her little thingy and so she's been just weird. I don't know how to explain it other than weird. So good morning, Donna, the real me too, Amanda, Denise, too tired to play. Look at all you guys up so early. Oh, Jenny, it's been a little while. Perfect pun. It's nice to see you. Amy, oh, good gracious. Seth Rogers, oh, wow, really? I can already hear his expressions. It is nice to see you. I got to show you guys something. This is not going to be like the longest live in the morning. It's way too early. This is my first cup of coffee. Like, I am literally drinking my first. Are you going to just keep watching me? You make me feel so weird right now. You're making me feel insecure, Delilah. You keep looking at me like I'm crazy. All right, get under there with Lammy. Okay, she got Lammy. She went under the covers. Guys, listen, before I go through any more, we're going to get through to the topic of conversation. I will tell you that this is going to be, you guys are going to want to stay around for this because it's just this stupid, okay? It has nothing, well, it does have something to do with Sebastian, but nothing to do with Sebastian, but it just shows you the integrity of people. And then we're going to, I don't know what else we're going to do. We're going to do something. I'm still half awake. Or half asleep, I should say. Graham, it's nice to see you. Yes, Seth. Wow, really? Yes. Want to be sleuthing something. Marley, it's nice to see you. The real me too. P.S. Savvy's aunt, it's nice to see you. Peggy. Scammy, it's nice to see you. Good morning. My phone that I want wasn't on. I'm so ashamed. The amazing Tiff, good morning. You're dressed appropriately for last night's shenanigans. Am I? What happened last night? I haven't even gotten into that. I'm laughing because of something that was posted that I've been talking about for a while, and we're going to read it. Hey, Seth, good to see you. Leah, Graham, Brenda, Linda, Dawn, it's nice to see you. Michelle, nice to see you. Oh, we already got 200 people in here. Wow. What in the world are you guys doing up this damn early? It's 6 o'clock on the East Coast, 6:19 to be exact. That means if you're on the West Coast, you're like at 3 o'clock in the morning, 20 minutes after 3. Why are you guys, I remember, we used to always get up this early. Golly, I forget so much. I wonder, are you freaking kidding me? Get the flip out of here, dude, with all your hate. We don't need that on a Friday morning, which reminds me, TGIF. We need to say a prayer for Sonia. I was going through some of this stuff. Sonia's been on my mind a lot. She's been struggling. She just in rapid succession, she lost her sister, which was very important to her, and then her cat. And I just can't, it's just hard, you know. And so I hope everybody keeps Sonia, Mr. and Mrs. E, Middle E. We've got a lot of people here struggling in silence, some that we know are struggling. Just keep everybody in your prayers. God moves mountains. He really does. And, you know, a lot of our prayers are geared, you know, towards Sebastian and finding Sebastian. And I think we should be taking the little gifts that we do get. And I think the gifts that we're getting here lately is the gift of clarity. I really feel like we are here and we are having the gift of clarity. It seems like every time one of these people that are hired or elicited or just rotten people that protect bad people make a statement, it's really now not as important as it once was. One, but moreover, it's really drowning. I feel like people are starting to see the light and see the way. I'm starting to notice it on X. And we've been talking about, because we know that unscrupulous PI has been a terrorist of these cases for some time, dating all the way back to Kylie Rodney. And he's caused so much problems. But what I've always had a problem with, and you guys have heard me bring it up, is his lack of actually finding people. Yet he's promoting, he's embellishing how many people he's found. And what he does is he sits here behind the computer, he puts a missing flyer up, and then when they're found, he goes in there and says, "Oh, I found her," or "We found her," and he puts the mark up there that he found this person, and now he has another person under his belt that he found. And he did that unchecked for 3 years, despite me condemning him and saying there's no way. I have done my research. You guys know me. I dug deep. And I could not find any articles of this man being involved in these cases. The ones that he is involved in, like Dylan Rounds, he dirty deleted the whole case. He's dirty deleted most of the stuff that makes him look bad because he doesn't want to attach him. And then he goes on here and says, "Oh, really? Prove it to me. Prove that I said that," because he deleted it. He went through it and this is how dirty and scummy this guy is, right? And so now he does this yet again, and not only was called out with receipts. So just recently, this is what he posted. "We found her. We found Laura and she is safe. I just left her in the care of someone close to her and she has spoken on the phone with her mother." This was what he had just posted. "We found her. Thank you, everyone. She is safe." Well, lo and behold, somebody decided to reach out. Let me find it. Somebody decided to reach out to this family, and come to find out, she was in a hospital and came home. He didn't find her. He didn't locate her. He didn't drive her home. He didn't do anything. Nobody did. Her family said they did not realize she was in the hospital, which was away from her home. And when she got released, she came home on her own. That's the true story. And here he is taking a victory lap. And this is a good example of everything that I have been trying to say to everybody. This man lies through his teeth. He's embellishing his work record. He's embellishing his experience. He's embellishing everything. Now let me go in here. I've been saving a lot of stuff. Ghetto chick on X. It says, "You lying son of a bitch. You sick excuse for a human. You found no one, Steve Fisher." Thank you, Val Gal Social. And she sent it to at night. So what had happened is it appears either Ghetto Chick or somebody else had reached out to Laura Jazenskate. Am I saying her last name right? From Santa Monica, California, 30 years old. disappeared, last seen on January 7th. He's taking a victory lap and stating that he found her. Well, listen to this. This is a text message from her family. Who found her? Oh my God. And I don't know if this is her sister or a family, a friend or what. It's Melissa Rodriguez. She kind of found herself. She was discharged from the hospital and made it home. Didn't realize what had happened. And so this person said, did Steve Fisher find her? Someone said he found her and took her to her mom's. No, her mother isn't in California currently. Laura made it home on her own. I emailed you a video. Okay, let me go over to my email. Okay. All right, give me just a second. Let me download it. All right, let's listen to this. Where's my volume? Hold on, let me pause it. Okay, I think I had my volume off because I was at the meeting yesterday and I was doing things I probably shouldn't have been doing at the meeting. Like work.
I know that Riley Lively decided to do a video about me, just literally sending her a text message asking her okay.
Is that Seth? Me and you? Seth, I think that's your... Oh, Shay, you're up entirely too early, too. Everybody's up entirely too early. We don't get the gift of Bullhorn Bedhead Betty very often anymore. It was the theme in 2023. And I kind of got away from it, but I kind of like it. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like the Bedhead Betty look. And the little cherries. I'm so cute with my little sidekick Delilah and Lammy. You need to check into CP. Apparently he beat his with a hand. We've known about Diana. We've known about CP for quite some time. I mean, there's a reason why I was singled out. You know, I have a lot of information on him. I've got a lot of information on his entire family. We've known what direction we've been going in the right direction since the beginning of this case. But yes, we know about his past. That was one of the a very important key detail in this case that we learned that early on, that he was very violent toward his ex-wives. But the hammer and stuff, we knew that one of his ex-wives were hurt very badly. We didn't know to the extent, I will be honest with you. The hammers knew. I didn't know about the hammer, but we definitely knew that it was pretty bad, because the rumor that I heard was he thought he unalived her. And as soon as he took her to the hospital, the VA hospital, he took off. That's the story I got. Now, I'm sure that there's parts of what I've said that are probably inconsistent with the reality of it, but again, it's secondhand information. But I think the overall abuse is real. To what extent, we don't know, but I know it was significant. Okay, let me listen to this. Okay, me and you sent this.
Because Skip was scared from the death threat.
Correct the way that my navigation carries me.
Okay, what hotel is that?
Sonesta. Correct.
And so me being the person
I don't know what that is.
All my volunteers that are helping me to stay safe. She did a thing on me saying it was weird. She thought I had somebody watching her hotel. Who the hell does she think she is?
Skip.
Oh, Riley. Riley. Is that what she said? We drove to a safe location. We made reports to Nashville PD, whom came out. Before PD arrived, I returned Seth's phone call and skipped listening to the entire thing on speaker. Seth told me someone informed him I looked scared when I got back to my hotel room. I told him no and asked him who told him that. He said, I got people, etc. He also said normally people are scared when they get death threats. I don't
is no longer
trust
a part
Riley
of it.
Lively. I can tell you that. I
But there's a lot
Never
of
have.
other things fixing to kick off to find out what's really going on.
She writes, this is after we made our report and after Skip spoke with TBI agent unrelated to Sebastian's case. Another phone call with Seth was also captured on police body cam where Skip caught Seth in other myths, truths. We did not know what to believe at this point with the where is this coming from? I don't understand this. And why I think this is coming from March 29th, 2024 from Riley Lively. I know who she is. I don't really care for her. She's caused problems just about every case I've had. I didn't even really want to do the Idaho 4 because her and some other people were in it, that whole documentary, but I went ahead and went through it with it anyways because, like I said, there's just people in true crime that shouldn't be in true crime. And she is one of them. She is nothing but somebody that likes attention. She only got involved with the United Cajun Navy so she could get her picture. That's the kind of lady this woman is. She's always seeking attention. I really don't care for her. Can I work with her? Yeah, I can work with her, but I don't care for her. Michelle, I'll call you anytime. Yeah. I'd like to review this. What is this about?
I can tell you that right now. All this nonsense, and I don't care who's got anything to do with it, but a digital footprint is indisputable. And a digital footprint.
Okay.
Digital footprint is indisputable. And it's going to everything that is going on.
Whose voice is that? Is that Stevens? Me and you, that's what I thought. Yeah. There's somebody that's speaking. But again, I don't trust Riley Lively. She literally is the definition of Krama on TikTok. As a matter of fact, she keeps bouncing back and forth whether she's going to cover true crime anymore because she's just that shitty. And trust me, she knows how I feel because I won't talk to her unless there's a major problem. You know, I'll work with whoever during whatever. But Riley Lively, in my opinion, is just she's not good at what she thinks she's good at. You know what she's good at? She's good at putting lipstick on and trying to act like she's pretty. What she's not good at is being a sleuther or getting a lot of stuff right. She's a joke, in my opinion. She's a joke. And like I said, I've known her for years because Chronicles of Olivia and her are friends. She tried to, Chronicles of Olivia worked side by side with me for literally 2 years, and that bitch right there, that sneaky little bitch, decided she wanted to get into Chronicles of Olivia's ear and start bad-mouthing me. Big mistake, boo-boo. Somebody can clip that and send that to Riley Lively, because maybe she didn't know I know. But she definitely... Bye-bye, boo-boo. Like, some of these people, I'm happy TikTok's going away, because it'll shut their freaking mouth, to be honest with you. But another part of me... I won't lie, right? I won't lie. But isn't that freaking insane? Let's get back to a brass tacks. Boo-boo. I started saying it since I got Delilah, because that's what she says. But can you believe this guy? He literally... let me put the X up. I'm going to bring this around. Hold on, let me put another X up. I want you guys to read this stuff. This bull junk. This bull junk. Oh, and Mike Damon is throwing a lot of stuff out there, too. Mike Damon's throwing a lot of stuff out there, which is damaging. Here it is. There's SF. This is what he says. This one I think is, I don't know if it's this one right here. He goes back to his missing person flyer. Remember, all he does is, these aren't even from him. Oh, I guess it is. There it is. He sits around house and designs his freaking flyers and then acts like he found people. So let's look at this. So he says that this person, Laura Jazenskate, I think is pronunciated right. He says, and then he writes in here, get back. Writes in here, we found her. You see that? We found her. Thank you, everyone. She's safe. Look at the one right below. Look at this one. Look at this fraud. We found Laura and she's safe. I just left her in the care of someone close. Look at this lie. He just left her in the care of someone close to her, and she has spoken on the phone with her mother. Okay? Now we're learning. Did Steve find her? Someone said he found her and took her to her mom's, or took her home. But she's saying, no, her mother isn't in California. Currently, Laura made it home on her own. How did she do that? Because she kind of found herself. She was discharged from the hospital and made it home. Didn't realize what happened. Didn't realize what happened. Hold on. What? Hold on. Let me get this back over here to me. There we go. Give me. Oh. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. So, all right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. So, I was getting some clarification on that. But again, I'm not going to go beat a dead horse on Riley Lively. I don't like her. I don't care for her. She's a drama queen. She lies about a lot of shit that she passes off as true and backtracks. That's why people kicked her out of true crime. She was bullied so much on TikTok, which I'm going to tell you, I do not believe in that nonsense. I don't think anybody should be bullied. But she was so bad that, like, literally people made fun of her and she couldn't handle it anymore. Like, if I couldn't handle getting made fun of, then I would have checked out off of social media for a long time before this. Dispatch Crystal says SF can't even talk correctly. It's word salad. I know. But now you know how he acquired. What does he say on this? He's been saying, I swear, I think he just changes the date, because he says 20. Oh, he changed it from 15 people. He had 15 people all this time. He has now changed his flag at the top. 23 missing people found since 2023. So he's basically saying in the last year, he's found 23 people. I'm going to need receipts on that. Somebody needs to reach out to the Lore Lodge and let him know that he is misrepresenting himself. Somebody screen capture this. Go back to, if you guys know about the Wayback Machine, go back just a week and see how this just jumped up 8 missing people in a matter of a week. We're going to need to screen capture that, because that's part of his violations of his license. And I'm going to need to know the list of those people, right? We're not going to we would reach out to him. We are going to fact check the crap out of SF, because if people are so happy that he found their children, they'll be willing to talk. I bet you he has not one scintilla of receipts, because the receipt we just recently saw has been debunked. And I keep wondering, did he put Laura up there in that 23? Because he certainly did not find this lady, just like he did not find those other 23 people. SF, I'm going to say here, I'm not going to say allegedly, come sue me, because I'd like to know. I'd like the discovery on this. I'm pretty sure we're going to be digging in your life anyways, but I'd like to know who these 23 people are, because I guarantee you cannot list 23 people, and I guarantee you, when we do our fact finding, there ain't 23 people standing behind you, bro. You are a liar, 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 liar. Do you guys really want this nonsense? This guy is fucked up in the head, and I'm not going to say anything different. He is a fucked up individual. There is something seriously wrong with SF Investigates. Steve Fisher from Santa Monica, California. Certainly is. He's a private investigator, so his license requires his name, yet he intentionally spells his name wrong. So his licenses appear to be, because he's given me the name of Stephen with a V and Stephen with a PH. I literally have screenshots from 2022 and 2023 when he tried to tell me, when I told him he didn't have a license in California, it showed Stephen with a V, not a PH. And then he said, oh, well, that's because my name was spelled wrong. So I went and looked. And then when we looked at the one in Tennessee, It was spelled differently than his lawful legal name in California. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. So I question this man because Stephen Fisher is a name. I'm pretty sure that he has conned somebody. I don't think he has the proper. I mean, this guy's a freaking predator, in my opinion. He likes women that are naked. That won't. That's what his problem is with women. Look at all those beautiful women he couldn't even touch. He had to take pictures of their boobs and their bodies, and he couldn't touch them. Nobody wanted them. They probably were disgusted that was their photographer, right? And he's trying to proclaim he's got a girlfriend. All I can say to her is run. This man's disgusting. This man is disgusting. But hey, you know what? Let us find out who she is. We'll drag her right down to the gutter with him. He's a piece of shit. I hope he sues me for that so I can get into his discovery. I mean, I've been waiting for a lawsuit from Steve Fisher. How many times has he said he's going to sue me? Come on. What the fuck is going on here? How many times has he said he's going to sue me now? He's coming to sue me. I think Burt Toast tried to get clickbait on like 3 different incidences, but he's a liar. We need to send Aiden all these. You guys do. Because he's supposed to be going on there in 3 days. I don't believe this guy's going to show up. I really don't. I think he's going to have Aiden holding the bag. I think that this guy's going to crawl under a rock. I mean, he's like literally, have you noticed he went from like literally posting all day, every day to now posting 1 or 2 things in the last week? This guy is feeling the pressure because everybody's looking into him. We know that he does not have the work requirements for half of his PI license. So we're just working through that process to corroborate that. We know he's violated his license on multiple levels in Tennessee specifically because we went over the statutes of that. And then now that he's moved his numbers up from 15 to 23, that further shows his manipulation and deceit. So I think these patterns will be very well documented. And have been well documented, dating all the way back to 2021. Now he has, like I said, deleted a lot of stuff, especially around Dylan Rounds. This was where he started threatening Dylan Rounds' mother. And he's going to go out there and said, I will pay $25,000 for you to prove that. Well, then when I go into his account and find out everything has been deleted related to the case in which he basically extorted the family, he removed any type of flyer or everything. So I decided to check out Candace Rounds because he has said multiple things that I know for an absolute fact that I read on his page. So I checked Candace Rounds. I also checked Dylan Rounds. And the amount of deleting that man has done on his account also shows a very concerning pattern that he tries to hide his criminal conduct. And but it doesn't really matter. It's on the database in X and it's very much discoverable. I saw SF's ridiculous letter, knew there was a reason to avoid yeah. And then he stops talking on X. He didn't mind being so ballsy and telling everybody he knows better, he knows better, he knows better. And it's like, hey, you're becoming an accessory after the fact at this point. And he's still too stupid to realize that's what he has become. And now he's actually trying to help. You know, that PI license only has so much protection of him. What he's doing is going outside of his license. And now he's putting himself in legal jeopardy. But hey, we're the ones. And I just found out, listen to this, I just found out that GW just got another attorney. Apparently she's saying that her attorney stole from her. Okay. At least there's some rumors in the, that I've been hearing. Now, I don't know. I didn't go specifically and look on my own, right? But it apparently, according to the docket, she's got a new attorney. But I thought they said this case was gone. If this case is so gone, the civil RICO case is gone, then why would she need a new attorney? In my opinion, SF reminds me of someone who will get enough info and evidence from KP, then collect the reward. Oh no, this man ain't collecting jack shit. that may have been his intention at the beginning, but now he's just like always. He's too filled with hate. He's too filled with showing everybody on this side that he's right, but he's not. And you can't scream or write a strongly worded letter your way into the answer. I mean, like, it seems like he thinks that his voice raises supreme. Like, dude, I used to be part of the strongly worded letter campaign as well, right? Back in my days, I've written a lot of strongly worded letters. So what? But he wants to post those letters on X because it's not about winning. All it is about drama and attention. He's so narcissistic, he's got to have the attention. He truly, in his sick mind, believes he's better than law enforcement, believes he's better than Dog the Bounty Hunter, believes he's better than Bullhorn Betty. I mean, he's that sick. He's that sick. I'm glad the man ain't around me, because I'm telling you, I am in fear for my safety. If I ever see SF Investigates, I just want to let you know, I am in fear of my personal safety. So if he comes within arm's reach of me, I will defend myself. Just making sure that we understand that. I do not want that man around me. I have made it crystal clear on this platform and every other platform, that guy better stay at least 2 football fields away from me. Because if he comes up to me, I'm going to let you know, SF, I fear for my safety. If I see you in my personal sphere, I'm going to make sure you're out of my personal sphere. So just stay away from me. Good morning, I am Team Summer. Any chance you will move on from the BS and search for Sebastian again? No one out. You know what? This is it. Elser, I'm done. I'm done. Have a great day. I don't know who you are, but you've been driving me nuts in my chat for days. So it sounds like you're unhappy here. Maybe just move on to another channel. I'm sure there's plenty of hate channels out there that you would like a lot better. Sending love and prayer for Sonia. Thank you, nerdy girl. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. So that's kind of where we're at this morning. That's why I wanted to come here and say, you're not going to believe this, because at the end of the day, this guy yet again lied about finding someone. And if this is not receipts, proof in the pudding that those 23 people he's listing, and there is a spot on his, and we were like I said, we've got supporting evidence. There are spots on his when it comes to Tennessee and his license. One of the violations is embellishing his resume. That means him telling people he found people that he didn't find. That is a violation of his license. And so I believe he's violating every single license he possesses that is in his possession, custody, and control. But I don't think he's going to really have a license after. I think within 12 months, he's not going to be considered a private investigator. He'll be a public investigator, as he's always been. But I think he will be stripped of his private, his PI license. And once it's stripped in one state, I'm pretty sure all the other states will follow suit because of this. I mean, what he's doing is unethical. It's unprofessional. It gives PIs a bad name. And there's people like Jason Jensen and like the PIs that are working for Seth Rogers. You never hear from Seth's PI. You guys wouldn't know if Seth's PI is what age this person is, what color they are, what their ethnicity is, what their religion is, whether they're male or female. Nobody on this platform knows who Seth's PI is. Isn't that funny that we have a private investigator nobody knows about, but we're constantly producing leads and information and investigating things, and then you have this Yahoo that has to be in the middle of everything and gets literally everything wrong. He hears a rumor, he thinks it's true, he goes out there and states it. He posts a flyer of a missing person, they're found, he claims that he found them. That is the MO of this Yahoo, this unscrupulous PI. And we are not done exposing this piece of shit yet. There's more to come. But I can tell you at the end of the day, his own behavior and actions are going to be the death of him, right? So to speak. It's his own self that's going to ruin his own life. The clock is ticking against him. I think he knows that. I think that's exactly why he's gotten so quiet. So hopefully he starts doing the right thing. But see, I don't think he even understands what a PI is or how a PI is supposed to be conduct their business. And that's why he is not conducting himself appropriately, because he's never had the experience or the mentor that is required, especially for Florida. You have to be mentored for 2 years before you're eligible for a PI license. And we know this knucklehead did not stay at any, because he's smarter than everybody else. So there's no way that this man stayed and had another private investigator vouch for him. I bet you he probably fraudulently, because he's so quick about telling everybody that they signed fraudulently, right? We definitely know got him dead to rights signing documents fraudulently in the in a federal suit against me up there for the copyright complaint board. He filed an action against me in somebody else's name. So he doesn't mind forging people's names. He doesn't mind, and I can attest to this because this experience I personally had with this motherfucker. And I can tell you that he forged documents, he forged signatures in a federal suit committing federal crimes. I know that for a fact. You cannot dispute it. We have receipts. And now we got him accusing somebody else of fraudulently signing somebody's name. No, he did that. And we have him fraudulizing how many people he found. So you know what? I'm going to say that this unscrupulous PI is a fraud. Okay? You see how that works? He's a fraud. And he literally exploits the families of the missing. And everybody seems on here that is so concerned about tragedy pimping, allowing this tragedy pimp to run the streets on X. Well, we're taking that back. We're taking that power and that control back. Because let's face it, he's only got one platform. It's X. This is where we need to be to bring reality and truth and transparency to him. And guess what's happening? Right now, there's a whole team of people bringing truth and reality and transparency to that man. And their camp over here on X, or over there on X, is having a meltdown because they were hook, line, and sinker with this man. Hook, line, and sinker. So that's my statement. That's what I wanted to tell you. He's wherever I'm sitting. Do not listen to this unscrupulous guy for your news on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You want your news on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Let me tell you how you get your news on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Smiley's World, Justin for All, War Damn Eagle, 5D, Hong, At Night, Seth. Who else do we got? We've got Julie. We've got Mr. and Mrs. E. We got Josh the Lab. We got Brittany J. We got Granny. We got we got a lot. We got a lot. You want your information about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Hit up people that have information about Sebastian Mob Crew. Thank you. About Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You know what you don't do? Gypsy. Our friend Gypsy here in the chat, she's got her own channel. We got a lot of people here that are trying to advocate for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers in every capacity that they can possibly do. Some are large channels, some are not so large channels. It doesn't matter. It's a working progress where we come together and try to advocate for Sebastian. All they're trying to do is shield the mom and stepfather from truth and transparency. That does not go with the true crime community, because the true crime community is about truth and transparency. The felon community is about the cover-up. So you're either on the felon hit squad or you're on Team Sebastian, i.e. the green team. When it comes to this, do we want the teams? No, but we want to make sure that we have nothing to do with those felons. You see what I'm saying? We have choices here. And people very well may criticize our choices. But at the end of the day, we have choices. We have choices to associate ourselves with people that are evil and disgusting, or segregate ourselves from that chaos and bullshit. And we've chose to segregate ourselves, label ourselves Sebastian's Army, i.e. the green team, and we are going to absolutely fight for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Felons only help felons. Sebastian's not a felon, right? He doesn't need their kind of support. He needs to be found, not have information covered up. So that's the difference. That's why there's teams. You either have the cover-up team or the find team. We want to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We want to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers and bring him home. We want to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, bring him home, and bring him home safely. We want to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, bring him home safely, and return him to his father. That's what we want. So you're either on board with that mission or you're not. Oh, okay. So the clarifications. The green teams are Brittany J's subscribers, Sebastian's Army, Seth. We are Sebastian's Army. We back Seth because that's the group he got. And I gotta tell you, I think I'm a general. I got a tat. I got a tattoo. I put the scarlet letter on all by myself. I am part of the team. My green light stays on all day and night. Aw, I bet it does. Sebastian's father, good to see you, the YouTuber says. Yes, the interview room to session. You know what? Listen to this. What was I thinking about? You know what I think we should talk to the deception detective, because everybody always criticizes Nina Gomez. And I trust Nina. I don't trust her. I don't know her, but I believe her. I shouldn't say, trust is the wrong word to use. I meant to say I believe her. I believe her story. I don't know her. I've never had a conversation, so I can't trust her, right? Because I don't know who she is. But I do believe her story. I believe her story as mostly true. You know, it's been years. I expect there will be some haziness, some cloudiness with some things, so I take that into consideration. Do I think mostly true because I feel like she was intentionally deceptive? No, it's because I believe she was, unawarely, when time goes on, it does happen. Oh, thank you, Kim. Kim just gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, don't forget to say thank you. And then I got, what's this? I got another one? I didn't see it. Did I miss one? Hold on a second. Let me see what I missed. Oh, I did. Aletha says BHB gas spoken 100%. We got has spoken gas. So she gave me another one to say has. Oh, thank you, Aletha. Jackie says good job. Thank you guys. I missed it. I'm so sorry. I missed that. You guys have to forgive me. I'm leaving my Christmas tree up too. Sebastian has some presents to unwrap when he comes home. Aww. Thank you. Do we have some, let me just change this. Did I not change my, I think it's just an evil. I think people are just evil in part, like somebody coming in here with a missing boy's name. Like, I really hope, I just want to say whoever did that, just from me to you, today, I hope when everything goes wrong for you, you remember karma. And trust me, I'm going to pray that you hear God's wrath. I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat would, because I think anybody that's playing those heartless games deserves to have a really crappy day. Really crappy. Like, so crappy that you cry crappy. So I wish that for you, whoever just came in here with that boy's name. I pray for you. And people are like, oh, you can't pray for bad. I can pray for whatever I want. This is my God. Okay? But I pray God gives you everything you deserve today. Just remember, when shit goes downhill, remember you did that to yourself. And nobody's going to know, but you will, right? I won't know. The people in our audience won't know, but you'll know. And you'll remember that it came right from Bullhorn Betty. So enjoy your shitty day. Enjoy your shitty day. Again, felons helping felons. That is the situation that we are in. Oh, look at that. I forgot to change it. Here, let me fix all these trolls. We got trolls at 6 o'clock in the morning. Put the crack pipe down and go to bed, please. By all means, put the crack pipe down and go to bed. You've been up way too long. So that's where we're at, guys. We'll be back later today with some more breakdown. I'm interested. Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to say, is the deception detective. The deception detective. I'd like to see, because a lot of people seem to, not a lot of people. We believe them. I think anybody that has a heart, that has been through an abusive situation, has been through a bad divorce or anything like that, I truly believe that they identified a lot with Nina's story. I think they identified a lot with Nina's story. And so a lot of people that are, on this hit squad, hired by mom and stepdad, are going to try to discredit Nina. I would like to see, Deception Detective has been asking, his audience, should we talk about Sebastian's case? Should we not? I really think that the Nina interview, I'd like to see whether he feels that her interview is deceptive or not, I think him or the behavior panel or somebody like Peter, I think Peter Hyatt may have gone over some aspects of Nina's interview. I'm unsure. But what I would like to see is maybe Deception Detective or somebody like that to review this interview. I know it's we have the interviews from the mom and the step, but she holds a lot of keys. She holds his behavior to another stepchild. And if he can abuse a child that is that young, and her son was, how old was her son? 3? Because I think at the time, her daughter was 7, something like that. Yeah, I thought he did one in Nina's videos. Yeah, but I would like to see if the Deception Detective, how he feels, seeing her talking about this, seeing her expressing her emotions. Even when she said stuff like, it's almost like time stood still. That reminds me of shock, something, because when you have your child, I can't imagine, Diane says, I wonder if Craddock cleared Green Hoodie on December 13th or when she passed November 18th, allegedly. Interesting. But everybody's assuming, I didn't hear, this is what I heard from Hong. He said the neighbor of the Proudfoots was the Green Hoodie lady, and she passed away in November. And then all of a sudden, it kind of snowballed into being Chris's stepsister, which, didn't I hear once upon a time rumors that Chris essayed or R'd his stepsister, and she looked in pretty poor shape. Was it her? Was it this one that died on November 18th? I think this might be one of those coincidences, potentially, that maybe it just so happens that his stepsister died in November, and this whole situation with Green Hoodie not being the same person. But when you see the video, as unclear as that Texas Roadhouse video is of the Green Hoodie person, I mean, it really does look like the face of, not the face because you can't see it clear, but like the outline of this person that died, that was family to. But how ironic would it be that Green Hoodie would actually be related to CP and then die, 10 months or 8 months after the child disappeared? What are the odds of that? And that not being creep? I can't expect the not enough info. Right, right. Yeah, I guess that's right. Not enough info, Star Child. I think I honestly believe people are pulling like several different things and making it fit. I'm monitoring the green hoodie and the information related to the green hoodie. I don't know if it's a significant, you know, point in this case because we've been deceived by law enforcement. This is the bad part about law enforcement deceiving the public. When law enforcement deceives the public, then the public no longer trusts what's coming out of law enforcement's mouths. So we've already been deceived about the trash truck. We understand why they were trying to deceive us. I mean, to me, I feel like it is very much critical and key information that goes to the direct integrity of the investigation, first and foremost. So I do believe that that light video was a lot more than it should have been. And I know that I think they had to downplay it because at that time they were still working with Chris and Katie, right? So you want to keep, if I was in their position, in my understanding of law enforcement, you want to keep a good relationship with the subject. You want to keep them talking. You don't want them shutting down or getting law, like an attorney or anything like that. You really want to make the gel with them. And this was a very intense situation. So I understand why they did what they did, but they did what they did, and it lost the trust of people. So now when they tell the public the truth, we have to double check to make sure, because we don't trust them anymore. We know that this case is high profile. We know that some evidence that went directly to the integrity of the investigation was leaked. We know that they tried to put the genie back into the bottle and it didn't work. And because they were trying to put the genie back into the bottle, they discredited themselves to a lot of us. And it makes it more, not discredited, but it was a known lie. And now we have to wonder, will they deceive us again? Are they trying to throw us off with this information? So this is where that distrust kind of comes in my opinion, because they've been caught being dishonest with the public. Once law enforcement does that, them trying to tell us anything from this point forward ain't going to work, because we want receipts. We want to fact find it. We want to double check it. And we want to make sure that we're telling our audience, because we are not mainstream media. Mainstream media, they have no problem lying to their audience. They have no problem intentionally throwing their audience off. They have no problem doing that because they have no problem. They don't believe. I believe in free press. Like, my government has no right to tell me what I can cover, where I can cover, what I can say, how I can say it. They tried in Sumner County. I'm sure they're about to get schooled. You can't do that. We already heard from Brandon Carter from Dam's office. Oh, we got another one. Hold on. I forgot we do have some other breaking news. Crap, how could I forget that? But we know that they're getting a clue, because even Brandon Carter was telling somebody, we can't tell you what to say. So they're getting the clue. But there for a while, they thought that they could strong arm, because we're social media, not mainstream media. They thought they could strong arm us and shut us down and shut our mouths down, which they realized there is a very swift and major opposite reaction when you do something like that to social media, a social media personality, because we truly do believe in a free press. That means you don't tell me what the hell to say to my audience. You don't tell me how to investigate, do investigative reporting on cases I'm covering for my audience. My government does not get to do that. That is a major overstep. And as something, if you don't know me out of anything, you don't screw with my constitutional rights. That is one thing you do not do, because you know what? When law enforcement starts doing that, they're no different than the criminals they throw into jail. And I will stand behind that, and I will state that from every rooftop I can. I'm not the one. I will tell you that. Not the one. All right, I'm trying to learn this whole X thing. I'm trying to figure out where my history is. Where are my saved files? I have to go through here. Give me just a second. Let me find out where the hell my saved shit is. Bookmarks. There we go. Okay. Here it is. This was from Find Sebastian Rogers. Detective Brandon Carter from Sumner County Sheriff's Office allegedly confirms via email that law enforcement cannot tell anyone what to talk about. So now we have just put another in the bull crap, right? Because every time CP stated law enforcement told him not to say that, he was lying. And this came in January 10th, 2025 at 10:13 a.m. This came from Detective Brandon Carter from, oh, look at this, Sumner County Sheriff's Office from the what? Criminal Investigation Division. Interesting. And it says, we cannot tell anybody not to say anything. The only thing I can say is this is an ongoing criminal investigation. It's the only case I work to present day. So it sounds like Brandon Carter is devoted to the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case, and once again has very much confirmed this is a criminal investigation. Ongoing criminal investigation. Ongoing criminal investigation. Okay, now that we know that it's an ongoing criminal investigation and this boy doesn't have that many people in his life, what can we deduct from that information? What can we deduct from that information? You know what we can deduct from that information? That Chris and Katie are persons of interest in being investigated in a criminal investigation. That's what we can deduct from that information. That is exactly what we can deduct from that information. Why is this not staying put? Feels like it's going to fall over. Hopefully it doesn't fall in my coffee. So there you go. So now we have it in black and white from the detective. Remember, what, you want to get, what did he say? Bailey and Carter on the phone? You want to get Bailey and Carter on the phone? What, you want to get Bailey and Carter on the phone? I'm going to tell you, you're not going to know. If you open your mouth one time, you're never going to open it again. I guarantee it. Let me call Bailey and Carter. Well, unfortunately, Detective Carter has decided to let the whole world know that this is a criminal investigation and that he ain't telling nobody not to say a damn thing. CP lying, y'all. Does that surprise you? I wish I had my buttons in here, but I don't. I don't have my buttons. I only have a Delilah. I only have a Delilah and a Lammy. That's all I got. I got a Delilah and I got a Lammy. Okay, the Lammy. Aww. It's mine. She's mine. What? I didn't take her from you. She's mine. She's mine. Aw, Lammy. Aw, how sweet. Aw. You're not going to bite? Oh, okay, she ain't biting. She's like, Mommy, give me my Lammy back. Usually she'll pop up and grab Lammy from me. But she just laid down and just looked at me like, okay, you can have her. I think she's becoming camera shy. I don't know. The only thing that came out of CP's mouth was that Seth was not involved with Sebastian's disappearance and he always on the front row cheering Sebastian. Yeah, that did come out. Oh, why am I'm telling you, I'm having senior moments here, okay? I don't know. I was having them all day. And my political, like, I don't know what you call them. Like, we partner up to go do some political stuff. And he was there. I forgot one of my friends' names that I've known for years. I was driving and I'm like, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot Michelle's name. Oh my God. He's like, I'm like, Glenn, I think that was a senior moment. And I keep forgetting this too. Lore Lodge had a very good question. Lore Lodge stated he had, did I save it in my, I might have saved it, I might not have. Give me just a second. I don't know where it's at because he talks about a lot of other stuff besides, hold on, where's the Lore Lodge? There it is. He talks about other stuff besides just Sebastian's case. He's been doing this a long time. He's got different things in the pike at all times. That's why he's so good, right? You know, we don't have a lot of stuff that we talk about until crime cases go. But there was something. It was something Chris said. And he says he felt like Chris just admitted it. And I can't find it. Somebody finds it, let me know. But I remember, I wonder if I saved it. Let me see if I saved it in my bookmarks. Let's see what's all in my bookmarks. Isn't it here? I've been putting a lot of stuff in here so I don't forget it. And then I forget to go back and check it out. Oh my. Okay. No, I must not have saved it. I'll have to wait until I find it again. But if you got, oh, wait a minute. Who's this? Oh, Kara Lovett. Thank you. I appreciate it. She says, thank you, Betty, for all you do. You're a strong woman. We are Sebastian's army. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, love. Thank you. Oh, Chaos is in. Robin, Rod, Starchild, Jackie, Mona. It's nice to see you. Oh, little Miss South. It's been a while. Good morning, love. I hope you're doing well. Gigi, the real me too. Sonia won't be back for, I don't know when she'll be back. She's got a lot going on for her today. So I hope everybody doesn't forget to keep Sonia in your prayers. Written in the stars. I like that. But this was, where is it? I know I saw it. It was something, and the Lore Lodge says he believes that that was an admission. That was an admission of something with Sebastian. And I can't remember it. And I also want a big shout out to Justin For All, Brandy Neal, and our baby monkey. You know, there's been some revelations that came out. And it doesn't look good. I mean, we know that law enforcement absolutely believes that Michael's no longer here. And I'm sorry, I listened to Stacy's interview / confession with law enforcement, and he didn't appear to be deceptive. He appeared to be cooperating, and I believe something happened. And I believe there's evidence at their house that something happened. And Michael was such a beautiful boy, and I just now know in my heart of hearts that he was hurt bad. And I don't know how a human being could do that to a child. I just can't for the life of me. The thought of it angers me. There's a special place in hell for anybody that can hurt a child. And trust me, there is a special place right now in hell for Chris and Katie. I believe karma and life are just tearing them apart, and I hope it is. I feel no pity for them. None. If that lady is crying every day of her life and a freaking ball on the floor of her house, good. You're not going to get any sympathy from me. I hope she is feeling the worst pain she could ever feel. I pray to God Katie is hugging a toilet every single morning she wakes up. I pray to God that every night she closes her eyes, she can't get the sight of her son out of her eyes. I pray to God that lady's not sleeping well. I pray to God she's got to be dependent upon substances and be formulating those addictions that she deserves. I hope every horrible thing could possibly happen to any parent. Like I said, I'm not a pastor. I'm a Christian. Much different. Much different. I'm not a perfect Christian. I sin. And I'm telling you, those are my hopes and wishes. Does that bring me karma? Probably does. It probably does. I don't know. All I know is what I know and how I feel. And I'm not going to deny myself that or say it's wrong or anything like that. I hope that lady is having a horrible day. I hope she wakes up and it's the first thing she does when she gets out of bed is stub her toe. And then I hope she falls into something, bouncing around. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. If I found out tomorrow that she did something to herself or something like that, as awful as it is, I mean, truthfully, I don't think I'd shed a tear. Honestly, I don't think I'd pray for her either. I really don't. It's sad. It's sad that I am that way, but that's just how I feel. And I don't think anything's going to really change it at this point. Like, I hope every day that she wakes up, she has an absolute disgusting day. I hope everything in the world goes wrong with her, and I hope she screams, and I hope she's angry, and I hope she just has that vitriol about her. I hope she's a miserable person. That's what I hope for that family. I hope for the mom and stepdad, they're just miserable people. I hope every single thing that could go wrong does go wrong. And I hope that when they watch, people replay this and put it all on out there, I hope whenever their day's going wrong, they think of me. And karma. Me and karma. That's what I'd like them to do. Think of me and karma. But what have you found out? She had nothing to do with this at all. Who had nothing to do with this at all? If you're talking about Katie, I think you might be at the wrong channel. Don't be throwing curse, laying your enemy in God's feet. Hey, it is what it is. It's my life. I think you might. If anybody's saying anything nice about Katie, I think you might be in the wrong place. I'm just saying. So if you guys have a little something going on with Katie, you definitely in the wrong house. You definitely in the wrong house. Take care, Seth. God bless. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. I hope you got a cup of coffee. If you don't, it's going to be a good day. Wake up. It's going to be a good day. I feel like we're going to get some news soon. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you. We'll keep our prayers going for you, Mr. Seth. God bless you. Have a great day. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here, too. We've been on here for over an hour. I'm going to finish my coffee. I don't know if I'm going to go live right at 10 o'clock. It might be I might push that out a little later. We'll see how it goes. I got to get up, wake up, do my morning routines. And I'm not planning on staying in my pajamas all day. You just got me on, today. So, all right, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Take care. Hey, Bullhorn, long time no see. Angela, it's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right, guys. I will see you later, Gators. Don't forget to be here. If we're not starting at 10, we'll be starting at 10:30 or something like that. That's like 3 hours away. So if you guys would like to have an in-depth discussion, I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about. I've got to look up some things. So I can't forewarn you on what, to be prepared on this topic of conversation, but we will be back at 10:30, and then I don't know if we're going to come back at 3:30 or 5:30, but we're going to try to get something like that in. I'm trying to condense these lives back down to an hour, because I think when they get to 2 and 3 hours, it's hard to get through for one person to sit through a live that long. So anyways, guys, I'll see you soon. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe. But more importantly, say it with me, kind to one another. Have a great TGIF. Happy Friday, y'all. We'll see you soon.